Controlling your dopamine. Right now, the external world is constantly trying to trick you by controlling your dopamine, by giving you little dopamine hits to distract you, to control your routine, to control your habits, and to take your money, extract your energy. And the moment you go inward and you start to connect your dopamine with the tasks of your long-term goal, with the habits of your long-term goal, okay, then the things that are good for you, that are bringing you to the reality you want to move to, are starting to feel good. For some, this maybe sound crazy, but let me give you an example that, I think 50% of you would understand. So before, you didn't like the gym at all, working out, and it felt like hard. It didn't felt like something that you wanted to do. But after going to the gym for several months, a year, now, you probably really like going to the gym. You're looking forward going to the gym. It's something you crave. You feel good being in the gym, going to the gym, and after the gym. It's a habit you have internalized, okay? You have connected your internal dopamine to a habit that allows you to create the body you want, to live a healthy lifestyle. But you can also connect this dopamine to other habits like meditation, reading a book, going for a walk, creating certain tasks, journaling. All these good habits, all these things, making videos, all these things are good habits leading you to a long-term goal that will start to feel good. Okay? Bad habits, easy to learn, hard to live with. Why? Because bad habits will give you an instant dopamine hit. But afterwards it does not bring you at the same baseline, it brings you lower, okay? Because it brings you a high dopamine and then you lower and you crave the same dopamine hit. But good habits, okay, they feel hard in the moment, but then your baseline happiness will raise. And at some point, it will feel good and you will have a baseline happiness that's higher. So what will happen? You will get in an upward spiral, and that's what you want. That's where the real power is. Starting to take control over your habits by creating a clear vision of the future and consciously taking action on these habits, moving to the future. The system is rigged in such a way that you always have to mix yourself in a slave frequency, in a slave energy. And the problem is, if you have to mix your energy in a slave frequency, it's one, very hard to create goals, okay? That's number one, because you're distracted all the time. And then when you even create a goal, it's very hard to keep yourself in that frequency, because we are living in war right now, okay? We are living in war, and not a physical war, but a mental warfare. We are constantly bombarded by other people, by their belief systems, by their frequency, by their vision. And if you keep mixing with people who have a, depressive, angry, frustrated energy with no unique vision, just absorbed energy from the television, from culture, and then they go into life on unconscious pilot, and you keep mixing with these people, you can have the most beautiful vision of the future, but if you mix with them, they are depleting your clear vision in your mind, okay? They are removing the clear vision of your future, and they are removing that energy. They are extracting that frequency, and we are living in the matrix where there are things, there are beings, okay? They have intentionally created the system in such a way that you are never capable of getting to your unique frequency, that you are never capable of creating a clear image in your mind, so you will change the environment in your own unique way, because the real power is internal. The real power is on the inside, making the internal more real than the external. I had situations in my life where I just went monk mode. I just went to nature, meditate all the time, and I could make my inner world more real than the external world. And it took me months to get to that state. And let me tell you what happened. I was being attacked, not physically by physical beings, no, mentally by beings on a vibrational state. Okay, there are things that are keeping us in a lower consciousness, so we aren't capable of protecting ourselves to their brainwashing, to their influence. We are slaves right now because we are operating on a low consciousness, and we aren't allowed to evolve to our full potential, where we are aligned with our soul. Okay, where our soul can take control over this human vessel and start to create habits from our soul mission, and therefore create something unique in this reality. The reason you came to this earth, to change it in your own unique way. But right now, you are broken from a young age. Your parents aren't allowed to raise you, okay, because you are forced to go to school and they are forced to go to work. Okay, and then this continues, and the only moment you are together, the television is yelling stories about, you know, dangerous things that are happening in the world. So, you know, your parents are like in an anxious, negative state while they seeing you in the morning, and that's how the morning starts. Then there's very little time to even spend with your family. So the most of the time as a young age, your frequency was in society that's very toxic. Okay, all these people are not on the frequency of their own unique goals. They are on the frequency of the brainwashing of society, where brainwashing creates their values, what they like, what they dislike, and no one is truly getting to their core. No one is getting to their own unique vibration, because you are forced in a game that's rigged against you. Okay, and the real game is getting on your unique vision. Just to give you an example, the maker of Apple, okay, he was very into, you know, certain psychedelics and that kind of stuff, because it allows you to make more brain connections, allows you to be more in your unique imagination, and it allows you to be more in your unique perspective on life and start creating habits to make it a reality. So long story short, he was into that stuff, but he was also into meditating. At some point he went to India. India is a higher vibrational country. I've been there also. It allows you to be on a different spiritual level, in combination, you know, with different stuff. And then he started to work on Apple and change the world. Why was he capable of doing that? He was capable of doing that because he made his inner world more stronger than the external world. Okay. Look at Elon Musk, for example. He's also into different psychedelics. For him, it's like other stuff. And he's also changing the world. All these people are making their inner world more clear than the outer world. And then they are controlling their habits and being very tactical with creating their vision into the outer world. And if you are stuck in social norms, okay, where you are only capable of operating between the rules that are created for you, they say, oh, these are the rules, and the rules keep you in this situation, but you have to get in this situation to be even happy, to be free, to create something unique in this world. If you keep yourself stuck in a 40-hour work week, how are you capable of building your own business? It's impossible, okay? Sometimes you have to go between the rules, okay? Sometimes you have to ignore the mainstream opinion, okay? Because they are stuck in a slave frequency. They are stuck in a slave energy. And what you want to do is disconnect yourself from the slave frequency and get yourself in your own unique frequency, because only in this unique frequency you can attract unique opportunities. Okay, you can see unique opportunities, you can communicate with your spirit that is capable of seeing your life from a timeless point of view, and therefore you're capable of making better decisions that you do not understand right now in the moment, but over the long term you start to understand why you did those things. Okay, it's not a money game. The money game is just a distraction of the vibrational game. Okay, please understand this. It's a vibrational game. They are trying to control your mind. They're trying to control your energy. So you keep you stuck in a 40-hour work week, chasing money, chasing external thing. And the real thing what you want to do is turn inward, okay? Start to attune yourself to the timeline you want to move to. And that's the only way, the only way how you can get to freedom and to happiness. Because even if you become a successful entrepreneur, moving into different energies, absorbing the energies of other people, and achieving these things and getting these results, in the end you will not be fulfilled, because you will not be on a high frequency. Because the highest frequency is authenticity. You can check it online, okay? Gratitude is the second, and the first one is authenticity, okay? So you can have gratitude for the life you're living, but if you're not in your authentic frequency, then you will never achieve the highest form of happiness, okay? And that's the goal, getting to your soul level, highest frequency, okay? Authenticity and making money with your authenticity. That's why I don't have any script making these videos. I'm just talking from my own unique self, just sharing what comes up, and I feel my spirit is connected and lets me say the things I need to say. And I will keep on doing it because it allows me to raise my energy to the level I need to move to, and generate income with it. So this is my routine. I keep on doing this and keep expecting videos. So that being said, click the bell button. It allows me to keep you on my frequency, on the soul level. And click like, subscribe, and give me a comment. And also, if you need any personal help, click on the link below. Everything you need to change your reality. But first off, very important to get to a level of freedom, to get out of that slave frequency. Everything you need. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.